Hi, I'm Sidel Pitas, and today we're going to make a splash at Borggaard Beach. I have some special guests, and we have some really exciting information about what's going on at our local beach. As a mother, long time ago, I remember taking my children there, and maybe you've taken your children there, but now something exciting is going to go on, and I want to introduce our guests who are going to tell us all about it. This is Elizabeth Angelino, and she is co-president of the Family Action Network. And with her is Kim King, who's a member of Family Action Network and who is publicity director? Chair for the Fan Splash Project. And Elizabeth, you are chairing the Fan Splash Project, right? So now you have to tell us what Fan Splash is a euphemism for.
Well, what we are doing is working towards revitalizing Borggaard Beach.
So the full name before Fan Splash was?
Borggaard Beach Revitalization Project.
Okay, so we'll go with Fan Splash.
It's a little easier.
Great.
And what our mission is to revitalize the beach by creating a multi-use recreational facility that is barrier-free and would include a splash pad on the left side of the beach that's zero entry, which means no depth, very safe, wonderful, and upgrading a playground area that would be on the right side of the beach.
Okay, when you say barrier-free, you mean available to people of varying abilities?
Exactly, and I've learned a lot about this since I've started this project. But right now, in this region, not just in Winchester, but in the region, there is no multi-use recreational facility available for people with disabilities.
That's a good point. Let's place this project, okay? First of all, Borggaard Beach. It wasn't always called Borggaard Beach. It was called Wedge Pond Beach when I first moved here. But Clarence Borggaard had a lot to do with reclaiming that beach. Do you have any history on that? You want to give us a minute on it?
Randy Schwartz was a long-time Winchester resident civic leader, community leader, who worked on water issues for Winchester. And he had a very real belief that every child deserved the right to be able to learn to swim. And he really believed that Wedge Pond is one of the only public swimming facilities in town, really needed to be revitalized. So he went to the Rotary Club and he gave a very impassioned speech, and Clarence Borggaard stood up and said, "I've got $100, who's gonna match me?" And Mr. Randy Schwartz was so excited and appreciative, he said, "I'm gonna name the beach after you." And they raised $30,000 that day, and that's why the beach was revitalized and was used quite heavily.
Yes, it was. And now, from time to time, it hurts me to see that some of that effort either goes to waste, or some of the summer the beach is blocked off. And why is that?
There's various reasons. The reasons why the beach is closed off currently is because of toxic algae. And it's a naturally occurring issue, but for safety reasons, the beach needs to be closed off. But that's one of the reasons why our project would be so phenomenal for the town, because the beach itself, the infrastructure, is beautiful. It is such a beautiful area with the beach, the view of the Winchester steeple. It's gorgeous, but if the water is closed, you'd be able to have a water-based resource available for kids to cool off in the summer, with the playground, with the concession stand, with the full amenities of bathrooms.
It sounds wonderful, but are you saying that you won't be using water from the pond? So even if there's a problem with swimming in the pond, Fan Splash and its park would still be usable?
Yes, we're using city drinking water that would be put into a recirculating system. So even if you don't want to be anywhere near the water, and if the water's closed down, the splash park would be open. Also, the beach is currently only open 10 weeks out of the year. The splash park could be open for 24 weeks, and the playground could be open year-round.
Oh, that would be terrific. And sounds expensive. So how do you plan to fund this?
Well, first off, you can put a splash park in for $40,000. So it depends on the scale that you're thinking. And we have applied for a $500,000 reimbursement grant from...
That wouldn't happen to be this little brochure here.
It's my dissertation, I kind of feel like.
Good for you.
We were told to put a lot of attachments in. But it was a very massive grant, and we are so thankful to Jean Batty from the Disability Access Commission, as well as the town of Winchester, who really came through to help us put that together. We applied for it, and it would provide 54 cents on the dollar for every dollar we raise.
So who did you apply to? The state, the feds?
The DCR, Department of Conservation and Recreation. And what would happen would be for us to develop the most beautiful splash park and playground. If we had all the money that we want, to do what we wanted to do, we would use approximately $400,000. If we got this grant, we would raise $200,000, and they would include in-kind donations as part of our reimbursement. The wonderful thing about this grant is that it allows the town of Winchester to upgrade the facility for half price. So the bathhouse, for example, the roof is on the capital planning budget. They'd be able to actually do that for half price. They'd be able to work on the landscaping, the fencing, the paving. The town itself would save so much money. So we would be able to be eligible for up to $500,000, and the town could use $300,000 of it.
Wow, that sounds great. Some people will say, well, the facility is just not used that much. And I know there is a charge for using it. So what's the chicken and egg situation here? You need this facility to bring users in, but you need users to fund the facility. So explain how you were thinking that's going to work.
Well, right now, last year, only 51 families bought passes to Borggaard Beach. What we think is a very clear projection would be that if we introduced a splash park and a playground and upgraded the facilities, we would be able to attract 350 families in Winchester to use the beach, and that would cover the expenses of the beach. Winchester currently loses $40,000 a year to operate the beach area for 10 weeks.
Well, 51 families is not enough, really, to sustain something like that. So Kim, is that where you come in? I mean, are you going to be able to attract people to the facility, and do we have to wait to use to have this facility available, the Fan Splash Park, before we can increase use of the beach?
We do have.
We will be, basically, we need to raise the money first.
Okay.
So we'll find out about this grant in October. Our fundraising has already happened. We've raised about, within financial and in-kind donations, about $30,000 to date. And we just kicked off our fundraising campaign this week. And the park grant is in a 2-year cycle. So the first year allows for design, the second year for construction. So it will be a 2-year process, but it would be an amazing facility, and FAN will then gift the park to the town. So
that sounds great, and the town is ready. You've talked to the selectmen and all of that, and the necessary permits and the zoning and the planning board. And
the planning board it's actually interesting. This is not in the purview of the planning board, but if we consulted with the planning board. Betsy Krager is on our advisory board, and she says that this fits well within their purview for the Winchester Master Plan as a whole. So they've been very supportive. We went before Conservation Commission, received no red flags, and they were very helpful in terms of suggestions on what we should plan for in our design. And they gave us our endorsement for the park grant, which was great. And we have met with Jay Gill from the DPW, the Board of Selectmen. We've met with 3 times. We've been before the town of selectmen, and Wade Welch so we have been very interested and eager to talk with everybody to make sure that this is a collaborative collaborative effort for the town, the community, and the residents.
It just sounds delightful. I assume somewhere there are beautiful renderings and so on of what the park's going to look like?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
There are, and if people visit our website at fansplash.org,
fansplash.org.
they'd be able to see the design plans. And what we have is a phenomenal member site where you can reach access on the homepage by clicking on our Big Tent site, and it gives you the behind-the-scenes look at design plans, all the minutes that we've been taking, an update. We have progress reports every 2 weeks, design renderings, everything that we've been doing. It's right there on that website that people can access.
I've heard you call the project sustainable. What did you mean by that?
By sustainable, we mean it by two things. Sustainable in terms of energy. We aim to make sure that we use the most sustainable products. So if we need to use something to clean the water in terms of recirculation, we'll be using organic materials. We're looking to have the entire facility, not just the splash park, but Borggaard Beach as a whole, using solar energy, which would not only save money for the park, but also the town. And also sustainable in terms of the economy, that if we can get 350 families to use that beach, the town would save $40,000 a year.
That's, it doesn't seem like that big a goal, 350 families, unless you know you're starting with 50. So I guess
Right.
you do have some ways to go. Now, an event is coming up, and I'm going to say this Saturday, but we'll give the specific date because this program that we're doing right now is going to be shown even after the party. So tell us the date and the event that's coming up.
Would you like to?
It's our Borggaard Beach party. Come make a splash. It's Saturday, August 15th, and it's from 10 to 1. We have a wonderful array of activities going on. We have Cirque du Soleil is coming.
Really?
Alegria, she's going to come and do face painting for the kids. Fan has sponsored a bouncy house, so we're going to have a little bouncy house for the kids. We have the Melanoma Society coming. They're going to talk to people.
With lots of sunscreen.
With
They're just
sunscreen.
spraying people with sunscreen as they walk in.
They're going
right?
to talk to people about, protecting themselves in the sun.
But they'll also bring the scanner, so people will be able to be and have their face scanned
Oh my gosh.
for sun safety, which will be scary, but what a wonderful resource.
Yes.
I'm scared, but
know.
I know I need to do it. And also we have the clubhouse, who will be doing an assortment of games and activities. The Winchester Recreation will be providing water-based activities. We have 3 food vendors, La Patisserie, Domino's, and Nick and Lizzie's will be there offering food. Senator Jalen will be there, State Representative Jason Lewis, Roger Berman from the Board of Selectmen will be there, and REI will be there to present a grant check for us for $5,000.
Oh, that's
So,
nice. REI.
REI.
REI. Oh, the sports company. Well, that's excellent and very good for them. Good for us. That's great. Is there going to be a fee to participate in the party?
The fee is the same fee that would be the admission fee, $5 for an adult, $4 for a child. We're not changing the admission fees for
So
the day.
that's what you pay if you don't already have a pass. But those 50 families that have passes, they can just walk in.
Yep. And we're hoping for a donation, but I should also say we're kicking off 2 fundraisers on that day. We have a raffle going on, and the raffle tickets are $10, and we're raffling off 2 computers donated by Computer Cafe. The Boston Sports Club, who sponsored the beach party as well, is raffling off a party at the Boston Sports Club, plus a pack of swim tickets. 5 tiles for our tile making fundraiser. We're coordinating with the Winchester Artists Network, my car seat blankie, and we also have
Catch a Falling Star.
Catch a Falling Star $50 gift certificate. So we have a wonderful raffle for $10 going on. Also, we are collaborating with the Winchester Artists Network on a tile decorating fundraiser, where children can decorate a tile and it'll be installed on the bathhouse to create a lasting legacy.
How nice. Now, do they do that there at the party, or they're going to go someplace else to do that?
Well, it'll be people will register through Winchester Recreation. It'll be under special events that people will register for a tile. And we will have available templates that people can use, or you can submit your child's favorite picture. But it'll be, the image will be scanned into a 6x6 square, and it'll be placed onto a tile.
That's very exciting.
And then we're going to create a book of all the images, including the history of Wedge Pond, the project, the tiles, to maintain history.
Lithocraft is something.
Yes, thank you so much.
You don't have to whisper it. We can share it.
I just feel like, it's a very nice donation from them to help us out with that.
We really want to thank Lithocraft because they'll be doing the scanning, and Winchester Recreation is being so wonderful and so helpful in all of our projects.
How did you get this idea?
You know what? I am so tired of going to other towns during the summer. I have joined the Burlington Swim and Tennis Club, which is a wonderful facility, the Lexington pools, but I, especially in this economy, keep me local. And I know Judy Manzo, who is on from Bookends, who's on our advisory board. She is such a staunch supporter and advocate for people to buy local, which I believe in, but I'm trying to figure out a way, how do you keep people here during the summer? And when I think of Borggaard Beach, I think what an underutilized resource, that instead of raising taxes, I should say, or we have a wonderful infrastructure. Let's spend a little bit of money, keep people local, and that'll help support our local economy.
It sounds like a great idea, of course. I immediately was thinking of the time of having young children, and now I have young grandchildren who visit. But I know that in particular there's a dearth of activities for young teenagers and preteens.
Yes.
Will there be games and activities in this park that they'll enjoy?
That's one of the wonderful things about this facility, that this is going to be a community gathering place for everyone. And in our research, we've been interviewing other splash parks to find out what their experiences have been. And we aim to create a facility that will encompass the entire generational, not gap, but all generations. So basically, you've got the splash park and the playground that will go for basically interest of 0 to 14. You'll have the beach, you'll have the concession stand. We're going to be having a volleyball court, put their bocce ball. We'll have for seniors so many park benches as well, but also the chess
chess
tables.
Sure.
So basically, it'll be a community gathering place.
Is there room for all of
Yes. You would not, if you go there and stand and act. We have the master site plan in. We have a site plan in our grant and on our website, and we are working. We're currently having a land survey done, and we have a landscape architect, Gary Larson, who's going to be doing our master plan. There's room.
Oh, that's.
There is room.
It's surprising because it seems small, and to think of all these activities in there. Now, will there be any actual beach left?
Yes, that's another part of the beauty of to look at the design plan. Everything that's being done is maintaining the integrity of the beach. So when you walk into the beach, all you're seeing is beach, and all of the things we're talking about are off to the side in a triangle, if you can imagine. But another important amenity that we're including, which is so needed, is shade. Over the splash park, over the playground, to keep the children and residents safe in the sun. So.
Now, are there going to be naming opportunities?
Yes.
You mentioned benches.
Yes.
Benches are a favorite kind of memorial and naming opportunity for people. Can people sponsor aspects of this and have a plaque on there?
Yes, on our website, fansplash.org, we have a full listing of sponsorship opportunities, ranging from, for businesses, let's say $500 to have their company logo on a tile. We have 4 bench sponsorships remaining. I would like to, I'm very proud to say that the Eco Festival Committee, the Eco Festival organized by Sustainable Winchester and FAN have donated $2,500 from the proceeds of the Eco Festival towards the splash park. So that's the first naming right done. We will also have opportunities to name the elements. So the splash park will have raised elements, the playground. Yes, naming rights galore.
That will be helpful, I think, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In your grant writing activities, what did you find that was surprising as you were doing your research to get a project of this size going? That it was easy or hard, or there were hidden traps or anything like that?
Can I tell you, the most surprising aspect for me was that only 51 families bought passes. That surprised me. But I have to say that we have received so much support from all aspects of the community, from businesses, from the chamber, from the town, from the Board of Selectmen, from FAN, from volunteers. And that's what I'm loving about this effort, that it's a win-win situation for businesses, for residents, for the town, that we've received so much support.
It certainly is. Now, what about people coming and using the beach facilities and the water park who aren't Winchester residents?
The facility right now is open to anyone. So it is a regional facility. So you can either buy a pass or a day pass. So it's open to anyone.
Are you going to be doing any promotional activities in our neighboring towns, in Woburn, in Lexington, Arlington?
We'll be everywhere.
Burlington. Everywhere that you ever had to go with your child before, right? Okay. Now we'll invite them to come here.
Definitely.
To come here. Okay, so does that lead to that bugaboo that haunts most Winchester activities, which is we don't have any public transportation right now within Winchester for people to go event to event, and therefore we have to provide so much parking? Or will there be will this be yet another reason for us to have some public transportation within Winchester?
Well, there are two things that I can say to that. Number one, there is public transportation to the beach. The MBTA bus number 30, I believe, drops off right on Main Street, right along the road. So there is public transportation there. But also, a very interesting idea that it's one of our goals. When we're talking about this project, we need to think of phases and opportunities, and we would like to think of Wedge Pond as a whole, of what it could become. So this may not be happening this year, but we're trying to think out of the box in terms of traffic, safety, as well as accessibility. And we're trying to figure out how can you split up the traffic. And one way would be at the park across the street from Stop and Shop, where we have the fishing derby for the town day.
And there is a park there, and shame on me for not remembering the name of it.
Davidson?
I can't remember the name of
Richardson? Oh, that's horrible. Davidson,
very
I think.
cute
I
little
want to say
park.
Davidson. It's a very adorable little park. Now imagine a fishing pier off that little park with a boat launch, with a swan boat.
Oh, how cute.
Now the reason for the swan boat is that for the larger swan boats, it's a paddle boat, but also the rear seat can be taken out and a power wheelchair can be put there. So it's providing accessibility to the beach. But now imagine it's a Saturday, go to the farmer's market. Now let's go take a swan boat ride. Let's go to the beach. Or if you're at the beach, you know what? I'm kind of hungry. Let's go grab something to eat downtown. It provides a connection between the beach and downtown, splits up the traffic, and becomes a destination in itself. So you can have swan boats. We'd love to bring canoes in, kayaks in. There's so much potential for this pond. It's incredible.
That is amazing. I'm just trying to contemplate, all of those things and imagine them. I still get this picture of a lot of activity, and it is so difficult to comprehend that there is enough space in there. So that's, I think, that's going to be maybe one of your cells, if you will, as you go out to the community, to show how much expanse of water there is, how much surrounding land there is, and that we can
Well,
make
this
so much
weekend will
use
be a
of it.
great test for that, and we're using this weekend beach party as our test case scenario for a very large event. What would be the capacity? What we've also learned is, just like with Manchester Field, when they were doing their master plan, they had to create a traffic and safety study, which we are almost finished with. And part of our traffic and safety plan provides for the fact, for very large events, we have overflow parking available. So we've determined that the cemetery exit can be used. There's a service road that can be used for overflow parking. So we've been doing our research, we've been doing volume studies. We have 2 wonderful traffic and safety advisors that are working with us to do a traffic and safety plan. So, and we're working with the Traffic and Safety Committee with Arthur Houlihan, who's been so phenomenally helpful. So we've been doing our research, and based on our research and the experts we've been talking to, we should be fine.
Okay, so what is it that we want people to remember? That we're going to have a fan splash project in the works, and they want to go to your website,
fansplash.org.
to learn more about it, that there are going to be wonderful giving and naming opportunities, and that we expect this to take 1 to 2 years?
Yes. If we get this grant, it'll be a 2-year project. If we do not get this grant, it'll be when we are able to raise the money.
Okay, so this grant is pretty important.
They set the timeline. They set 1 year for design, 1 year for construction, so this makes it.
And I presume that our politicians are going to be helping to not lobby for, inform the
Yes.
DCR why this would be such a wonderful
Yes.
project.
Well, we had our DCR site visit for this grant on Friday, and Mr. O'Connor, Mr. Berman was there, as well as State Representative Jason Lewis was there to meet the representative from the DCR to support our project.
Our politicians and representatives at work, we like that.
They have been
Now,
so helpful.
as we have to leave our audience for the moment, would you tell again the date and time of the party that's coming up?
It's Saturday, August 15th from 10 to 1, and we hope to see you there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
I can't wait.
A huge event
It's supposed
and
to
a lot
be
of
sunny.
fun.
It's going to be the perfect day for a beach
Oh,
party.
that's right. It's going to be
Yeah,
warm.
it's a beautiful
there's
day.
a reason you go down to the farmers market and you walk right up the street to the beach.
4 Palmer Road in Winchester.
That's right.
Yes, that's good to give the address since only 50 families know where it is.
Also,
It's next to the tennis court.
Yes, yes.
we should also mention that the raffle that we have going on, their Bookends is going to have tickets available until
September 27th. We're
September
so
27th.
thankful to Bookends for all their support.
Judy Manzo is just a wonderful citizen, always participating. But then again, Winchester is full of volunteer helpers like that.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that we're coordinating with so many other nonprofit organizations. There's a Sustainable Winchester, I presume, is on board.
They're
as well
helping
as the chamber.
with the solar panel. Winchester Artist Network with the tile making. So we're really
That's
reaching out
great.
because it is a community gathering place and the whole community is involved.
Well, I think the whole community is going to continue to support you, and now even more so, now that you visited our studios and told us all about it. And so for WinCam and everybody involved in community activities for children, we all want to thank you for coming. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Kim.
for having us.
Thank you to your organization. And this is Adele Pitas. I'm signing off for now with this very exciting Make a Splash at Borggaard Beach.